Are you switched over already? I know you are. I know Levi's been shooting 3D, just won again, and is also the returning champion. So, what have you done different to get ready this weekend?
Well, I moved this year to Pittsburgh, like I said, so I haven't seen the ground in like 40 days. It's been snowing, so I've been shooting a little more indoor than normal. But yeah, I've been to 2 3Ds already, so I've kind of already switched over to the outdoor thing. And I've had a bow set up for Reading, and that's kind of the same setup that I won with last year, little arrows, you know, kind of my hunting arrows kind of thing. So that's what I'm shooting this weekend. I figure, you know, you either come here to make the shoot-off or you come here to win. You know, you shoot big arrows, you try to get to the shoot-off, but once you get there and it goes the inside out, you know, you're better off having a little arrow. So if I make it, I'll feel good about it, but it's going to be a little harder getting there.
I've really got 2 days to switch over to outdoors whenever I get home, because I leave on Wednesday for a tournament outside down in Mexico, so that'll be interesting. I'll have a couple days to prepare for that. But up until this point, I've just been doing 5-spot and 3-spot until Vegas, but since then, yeah, just the space.
What kind of release do we shoot and why? I shoot a couple of different ones. Outdoors, 3D, Reading kind of stuff. I'll shoot the Scott X's, which is a thumb release. I just feel like if I can't see the dot I'm trying to hit, I shoot a lot better with a thumb release. And in here in spot, something that gives you like the instant feedback on where your pin is. And, you know, the minute you're off a dot, you know it. I can tend to get a little antsy with a thumb release or any kind of caliber that doesn't have some give to it. So I shoot a hinge in here. I shoot a hinge on all the spot tournaments, all the indoor tournaments. I shoot the Scott Longhorn. And then even outdoor 3D stuff, when I get to the shoot-off, I'll switch to my hinge, because it seems like those first 20 or 30 shots that I switch are my best shots that I'll shoot, because I'm not anticipating and I'm just trying to work the shot correctly. And so I switch back and forth between a thumb and a hinge a lot.
I've used Q-Tab for years now, which, I mean, it's fairly simple. Take a dog leash, tie it around the string, sew it together, that's it. During the last couple of months, I started playing around with a shoulder release, and we actually incorporated one of Spot Hog's index finger releases on it, attached to a cable on a clothespin, which I bite on the clothespin that manipulates the release. And from my standpoint, looking at that release, the adjustability and some of the machine work it already had in place made it easier to incorporate into a shoulder rig, so that's why I chose it.
Thumb button, thumb release for a long time, but I've found that I've getting a little lazy in my back tension. So I've, since before Vegas, I switched to a inside out, a true ball inside out. And I'm just learning how to pull with my back properly, use my back properly again, and be a little bit more patient with my shots, because I found with my thumb button, if the dot went through the middle, I can slam it a little bit.
When I first started, I shot fingers for a really long time, and my coach said you're either going to have to go to recurve or you're going to have to pick up a release. And I picked up a release, and I shot a Stanislavski back tension very first thing, and I have shot a back tension ever since. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever shot a thumb trigger for a competition arrow. I've shot a couple in practice for fun, and maybe once when my stuff didn't show up at some tournament, but I have always shot a hinge. I think it gives me the maximum amount of consistency for my kind of shooting. There's nothing like it.
I have been engineered to be launched from today's high-performance shooting equipment. I must withstand and deliver over 80 foot-pounds of energy, shot after shot after shot, powering through hide, flesh, and even bone. From the tournament trail to the trail head, when I return to my quiver, I'm still straight. I am Gold Tip, the toughest arrow you will ever shoot.
Roll. I'm awesome. That's it. Joke.
What's up? We're here at the NFAA Indoor National Championships in Louisville, Kentucky. Today is Friday. It's the first day. Today is official practice. I'm here with Levi Morgan. Wanted to grab him real quick before he heads out to the practice range. Levi, you're coming off 2 straight ASA wins last month in Florida and a real good run last week in Georgia. Good finish. Quick question: your bow setup, your arrows for this week, are you running anything different than you run outside for indoors?
Yes, different than 3D. I got a little bit lower poundage. I'm shooting like 65.6 pounds. Normally I shoot like 71 for 3D, just because there's so many arrows for me here. And I'm shooting little bitty arrows for me. I'm shooting Pro Hunters, which is what I won here with last year. It's my Redding bow. Same bow I'll be shooting in Redding. Low profile vanes. Shooting like 286, so I'm shooting pretty fast. But
and will you run that exact same setup for Redding?
Probably won't change a thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it'll be ready to go.
Something just goes bad wrong, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me take back a year. You are the defending national champion of this tournament, and that was your first major spot shooting win, wasn't it?
Indoors, yeah. I won Reading the first year I went, which was a spot shoot, but that was my first indoor win, and it was pretty awesome. Probably the most emotional win for me because I don't practice this, you know, and I've always been, that's just the 3D guy. He's really good at judging yardage, but you know, 3D guys can shoot too, so that was cool. Felt good.
And you had said that last year I think on Facebook that it was your most satisfying win to date. Explain what you mean by that.
Well, I just had a lot of people that had been saying things like that, like he can judge yardage, but I'd like to see him win an indoor shoot kind of thing, and he won't be he won't be amongst the great legends of the sport until he wins an indoor shoot. And it just felt good because maybe I shut some people up and proved that I can shoot with these guys. You stand up there next to Rio and Jesse and Chance and Braden and all these people, and you're like, these are the best spot shooters in the world, and I don't even do this. This isn't my game, and to stand there and compete with them and beat them head to head, it's hard to do.
So it's pretty good
very
feeling.
Satisfying. Yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So kind of now that you've got that win under your belt, and obviously with all the 3D wins, to you, which venue of archery do you think is the hardest to compete in?
3D. Why don't you see anybody that competes here shoot a 3D? Because they can.
Okay.
Yeah, they can. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful to them.
No, I'm just asking a question.
There's too much to think about. In here, anybody can do this. Anybody can stand at 20 yards and pound a paper target. And that's why it's so hard. Because anybody can do it. And there's 20 other guys that may shoot clean this weekend. Come to a 3D event, you shoot 30 up, you're going to win it. Find a way to do it. You got to know how to judge. You got to be able to think. You got to be able to shoot. You got to know when to be aggressive. You got to be able to aim at a spot you can't see. Here, it's pretty simple. Aim at the middle.
There you go. So for all those out there, I want to ask them that question because there's a lot of arguments on Facebook sometimes about, guys get that ego thing going, who's the better shooter, the 3D shooter versus the spot shooter. And here's a guy who's won them both. He's told you right there, 3D shooting's the hardest. So
yeah, I mean, it's the hardest to compete at.
Okay.
I mean, for sure. For sure.
Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Go out there and get your practice in, and hopefully we'll see you in the shoot down on Sunday night.
We'll see. If not, I'll be going home.
All right.